But in Mario's case, it really seemed to work out fine because, you see, years earlier, when I was on a high school wrestling team, I had a fellow teammate named A.J. Johnson. Years later, when Mario was attending East Jefferson High School, A.J. Johnson had become one of the vice principals at East Jefferson High School. The vice principal of discipline. And Mario got to visit his office quite often. And they became quite good friends after a while. And years later, when AJ ran across my brother again, and the vice principal learned that Mario was counseling young people with delinquency and drug dependency problems, AJ looked at Mario and said, "You?" Mario replied, "Who else could better do it?" AJ said, "You're right. You're right. You get the point." When I graduated from high school, I went away to college. And I only saw my brother during the summer months when I would come home during the summer. During my second year in college, I was married. And Mario was the Bible bearer at our wedding. Mario was only 6 years old at the time. When I finished college, I was drafted in the military, and I was away for 2 more years. And when I came back, I was at home for a couple of years, and then I was called into full pastoral work, which took me once again away from home. Mario was 13 years old at that time. I didn't have much of an opportunity to get to know my brother very much through those years, except on the rare occasions when we would return home on a vacation. And the differences in our ages at that time in our lives made it difficult as well to have a meaningful relationship. But later on in life, the age difference would not make such a big difference. I remember a Sunday morning when I received a phone call from my cousin Whelan saying that Mario was in a bad accident and I needed to get home. I was in West Virginia at the time, and we packed up and drove home that night. It's a real difficult thing seeing Mario in the condition that he was in. My whole family was devastated by this ordeal. Several days after his admission into the hospital at Charity, my sister Linda and our spouses met with his doctor because we were concerned about the seemingly lack of care he was receiving. He still had broken bones that remained unsplintered. At that time, the doctor informed us that broken bones were the least of his concerns at this time. That probably there was very little chance that Mario would ever walk again. And really, there's only about a 20% chance that he would live. The doctor told us that you and the family need to get together. And you need to be prepared to make a decision concerning his life support that he was on. There's no question that those days spent in the hospital were the most difficult time I have ever had in my life. I'm sure it was the same for the rest of my family. You know, being separated from your family is a difficult experience. You feel so helpless when you need it. And there's nothing that you can do from so far away short of prayer. I had to watch from a distance as Mario struggled through therapy